Hello and welcome back. Today, I'm going to share 3 common medications that can slowly damage your brain, weaken your memory, slow down your thinking, and even increase your risk of dementia. The scary part: millions of people take these drugs for months or even years without realizing the long-term harm they can cause. That's why it's so important that you stay with me until the very end of this video. You don't want to miss this. Before we start, I'd love to know, and where in the world are you watching from? How old are you? Do you or someone in your family have a history of Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, or any other type of dementia? Share your story in the comments. I read them all. And while you're at it, hit the like button so I know you enjoy content about brain health and cognitive wellness. The first category of drugs we need to talk about are anticholinergics. These include older antidepressants like amitriptyline, certain first-generation antihistamines such as diphenhydramine. You might know it as Benadryl, and even medications for overactive bladder like oxybutynin. Here's the problem: these medications block acetylcholine, a key neurotransmitter your brain needs for memory, learning, and attention. When you block it for long periods of time, your brain struggles to form new connections, and those new connections are exactly what keep your mind sharp as you age. Research shows that long-term use of these drugs can increase the risk of dementia by as much as 50%, especially in older adults. That's why if you're taking any of these medications, it's essential that you talk to your doctor. Important: never stop taking your prescription on your own. That can be dangerous. Instead, bring this information to your doctor and ask if there are safer alternatives for your situation. The next group is benzodiazepines, a class of drugs you've probably heard of. Common ones include clonazepam, Klonopin, diazepam, Valium, and lorazepam, Ativan. They're prescribed for anxiety, insomnia, and panic attacks. Unfortunately, they're also misused because they can give quick relief and a pleasant sense of calm. That's why they're so addictive. Benzodiazepines work by boosting the effects of GABA, a neurotransmitter that slows down brain activity. That calming effect can feel good in the short term, but it also interferes with your ability to form new memories. Short-term use, days or weeks, may be safe for many people, but long-term use over months or years raises serious risks: dependency, worsening cognitive decline, and even falls. And in older adults, one fall can completely change the course of life. If you struggle with anxiety or insomnia, the good news is that modern medicine offers newer treatments and that don't carry the same risks for your brain. Always discuss these options with your doctor or psychiatrist, and never take benzodiazepines without medical supervision. Finally, we have the so-called Z drugs, like zolpidem, Ambien, and esopicolone Lunesta. These are often prescribed for sleep problems. They seem to help because they knock you out quickly. But the sleep they create is not natural, restorative sleep. These medications interfere with deep sleep and REM sleep, the very stages your brain needs to consolidate memory and recharge. Over time, this can lead to mental fatigue, poor concentration, memory lapses, and even bizarre behaviors. People have reported cooking, driving, making phone calls, and even shopping online while under the influence of these medications, without remembering a thing afterward. In some rare cases, people have even committed crimes and had no memory of it. Long-term use can seriously impact your brain health and increase dementia risk. These medications should never be taken casually and always under close medical supervision. So, those are the 3 groups of medications you need to be aware of: anticholinergics, benzodiazepines, and Z drugs. If you or someone you know has been on these medications, share your experience in the comments. Have you noticed memory issues, confusion, or other side effects? I'd love to hear your story, and don't forget, always consult your doctor before making any changes to your medications. Your health decisions should always be made with professional guidance. If you want to keep learning about protecting your brain, check out these videos on the channel. 7. Foods to avoid to prevent a stroke. And 13 strange signs of liver damage you should never ignore. Thank you for staying with me until the end. May we all be blessed with health and strength. See you in the next video. Thank you so much.